It's now 5 months since war was declared, and we are still waiting for real action here in France. Hornet Squadron's one kill turned out to be more good fortune than shooting skills. Squadron Leader Rex is determined to keep the pilots fit and ready for action whenever that may be. His survival exercise, however, was not the success he hoped for. Pilot Officer Hart was criticized for showing bad form by living it up in neutral Switzerland. As winter ends, morale is good with plenty of local company and the food excellent as ever. We lost Miller and 3 Spitfires in the first serious engagement without any successes on our side. There is a great deal of argument in the mess about tactics, and with the coming of spring, the Luftwaffe must be planning the big push soon.
This is what we do. Perfect formation flying. You should be able to learn a great deal from your spot, Yellow 2. Don't worry about asking questions, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you, Red Leader.
Red Leader to Yellow 2. We're changing formation, Yellow 2. Light echelon starboard, go. Get tidy, chaps. Bandits, 10 o'clock below. Bandits, 10 o'clock below. Prepare for number 2 attack. Close up, Trevelyan. Check your safety catches. Are you hearing me, Trevelyan? Where the hell are you? Nobody seen the new boy? Forget it. Bandits ahead. Prepare for attack. Is that you, Moggy?
Yes, indeed, as I live and breathe. You okay?
I've lost my fingers.
That's a bit careless, old boy. Have you ever seen Peter Pan?
What do you mean?
Well, don't you remember Captain Hook? I mean, he got by. They can do anything these days.
Thanks a lot, Moggy.
How are you going to land?
I don't know. My mother's going to be furious about this.
This is going to be a laugh. He isn't all that brilliant with 2 hands.
probably an early war for Cox.
Lucky sod.
And young Trevelyan was shot down?
No, he's missing.
What do you mean, missing?
What do you mean? It's quite simple, he's missing. By that I mean he's no longer with us.
You know, disappeared.
I may be a little stupid.
Are you asking us or telling us? I mean, do we have a vote?
Could be engine failure or even heart failure. Does it really matter?
I think so. I have to file these reports. Should I say missing in action?
As it happened, he missed the action.
Whatever it is, I'm going for my bath. Come on, daft dog!
Am I supposed to assume that young Trevelyan vanished into thin air? Is he going to be an aeronautical Marie Celeste? I mean, is there a ghostly Spitfire flying in the heavens? Somebody must have seen him.
Don't look at me.
I ain't done nothing, Governor.
Bet you the guy that shot him down is sitting on his ass somewhere in Germany getting congratulations from his squadron leader.
Well, so you did see him?
Oh, no. We're not supposed to be on the lookout for anything unexpected in this outfit. We fly a tidy, tight formation, flying wingtip to wingtip. That's supposed to terrify the Luftwaffe.
We're not in for a 20-minute lecture on Spain again, are we?
Wouldn't understand it, Moggy.
Do you agree, Fanny?
Jerry jumped on Trevelyan. I think that's a reasonable assumption. The tail end Charlie looks at the formation. We can't look out for him.
Isn't there perhaps a lesson in that?
I don't know. Shoot the CO? I'm joking, of course. Anybody for a drinky poo?
What we really need here is some roulette, baccarat, pontoon, 3-card brag, nap, gin rummy, happy families.
I've got a good idea, Sticky. Why don't you take a pack of cards and have a thrilling game of patience about 100 yards away from me? Or pick your toenails, or do your homework, or go and frolic with Riley. He could throw a ball for you.
What have I done now?
You're here, isn't that enough?
I was just going to offer you a drink.
A large drambuie with a Guinness, a bag of crisps, and 20 passing clouds.
I'll have the same.
Have you heard what happened to Cox?
His left hand's dropped off. That's what happens when you masturbate in a hurry. How are your ailments, McSparran?
Doc says it's a question of time.
I thought it was the other shoulder.
Well, it's both, actually.
Haven't thought of going to Lourdes, have you?
I don't think that's funny.
No, it was a serious suggestion. I mean, the way we're losing pilots, you may actually have to fly again.
Come on, Pip. You know old Moggy. It was just a joke.
No, it wasn't.
I pranged my kite. It could happen to anybody. I'm not going to take that off you.
Really, old boy? Was it pistols at Dorton?
If you like.
Sir, could I have a moment?
Always a pleasure.
I wonder if you'd sign this, sir.
I'm writing with great sadness to inform you of the death of your son, Nigel. While with the squadron, he did all that was asked of him without flinching. His courage, determination, and audacity were never in any doubt. Who did? We're not talking about Trevelyan, are we?
Yes, that's reasonable, isn't it?
Courage, audacity. We don't know anything about his courage, and as for his audacity, we only saw him for 2 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. With no thought of his own safety. His death in combat was an example of gallant self-sacrifice in the face of heavy odds and extreme peril. He bloody disappeared. Hardly self-sacrifice.
The frogs have discovered the wreckage. And old Trevelyan collected a bucket full of Messerschmitt bullets.
Bloody fool.
Rather good letter, though.
And those?
Just copies. I leave a space and write in the names of the next of kin.
Oh, yes. Good idea. Anything else?
We'll have the new pilots in a couple of days.
Did you know that Hart is saying our tactics are wrong?
Yes. Well, nobody wants to be tail-end Charlie.
Oh, yes. Who says?
In the mess, just chatting. I'm not suggesting there's a mutiny. They all want what you want, sir. improving our efficiency, keeping going.
Now, hang on, Uncle. That's Hart's attitude.
Well, maybe, but I think you're being a bit hard on him, sir.
Am I? His whole attitude is negative and insolent. He's an over-opinionated prig, that's my view.
I think you probably don't like him.
Well, there you are.
Can't believe it.
Piece of cake.
Does that make me an ace?
What do you think?
Oh, no, come to think of it. I mean, to be an ace, you've got to shoot down 5.
Then you're not an ace. Yet.
Well, that was just a dummy run. It's a bit quick, wasn't it?
Well...
Well, come on, you're the expert, aren't you?
What the hell do you mean?
I mean, you're a widow. I mean, you're older. Look, what I meant was that you were married before, that's what I meant, okay? Question is, will you marry me?
Oh, Fitz.
Why not?
Well, because... Anyway, you don't mean it.
Of course I mean it. Look, sex isn't everything, is it? Maybe it is, I don't know, but... Look, I've got this far, haven't I? Things can only get better, can't they? Please, Mary, just tell me.
Don't hog all the wine.
Sorry. Anyway, Flash and Nicole are getting married.
And?
Why not us?
Is that the reason?
No. I love you more than Flash loves Nicole.
Have you asked him?
No, I just know. You see, we could have a double wedding. I could ask Moggy. And he could be the best man. Oh, come on, you like him, don't you?
Oh, yes.
He was very decent to come and see you when I was away on leave, wasn't he?
Very decent. Oh, Fitz.
Oh, come on. What's the matter with you?
Oh, you're so good.
Well, no, I'm not exactly the best in the world. Not in bed, anyway.
Oh, don't say that. It's me. I'm not worthy of you.
You are the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Right, just hold it there. Yeah, very serious for a second now. Jolly good. Right, now we've got that one. Let's have a family group. Yes, would you, Carl? Oh, Mary, just dress in at the back. Sir, would you be so good as to join us? Brides and bridegrooms in the middle, family and friends on either side. Don't be such a twerp. Sticky, just get in at the back with the other pilots, would you? Jolly good. Now, everybody looking towards the camera. You can smile. Smile.
I'm off then.
This makes it worthwhile, eh, Fitz? I mean, this is what we're fighting for.
What do you mean? Watching Rex dancing with my wife?
I mean, Mary, the charming bride.
But it's worthwhile for me.
Oh, for all of us.
Sorry?
I always think of Mary as a symbol. You know, England, home and the kiddywinks, school fees, cricket, glorious Goodwood, Henley, Clem Attlee, the Army and Navy stores. I really envy you, Fitz.
Well, I'll drink to that.
And a bloody good cook.
How do you know?
Horses for courses in France. I mean, they all cook well, don't they?
This is Dutton, the new boy. Skelton, intelligence officer.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Excuse us. Flip is going to be your section leader.
Well, I hope you're a bit better than the man you're replacing. How's your drink? You come in and out of here like the Invisible Man. I'm cold. You can have his room.
Oh, don't worry about him. Shocking type.
See much action? No, not really. I've been swanning about Paris for the last month.
Lucky beggar. Christ, teeth probably pucks up to the eyeballs. Have you been hanging around with the tarts?
No, I haven't. But I've got a copy of Lady Chatterley's Lover.
Crikey. You're going to be a popular chap, old boy.
Just an ordinary day in the life of fighter command. With a champagne squadron, as they say. This is Flying Officer Patterson. And Flying Officer Catamount. And this is Flying Officer Hart, a well-known soldier of fortune.
Hi. Been pissed on yet?
Beg your pardon?
Our daredevil leader here has a dog who urinates on people.
He's been trained to do it.
The thing about Riley is he'll splash anything lower than a squadron leader.
You do the okey-dokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. Oh, the okey-dokey. Oh, the okey-dokey. Oh, the okey-dokey. Knees bent, arms stretched, rah, rah, rah.
I worked at the weaver's trade, and the only thing I ever did wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the winter time, and in the summer too.
Get him off!
But the only thing that I ever did wrong was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. One night she came to my bedside when I was fast asleep. She laid her hand upon my head and she began to weep. She cried, she sighed, she damn near died. She said, what shall I do? So I hauled her into bed and covered up her head just to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Now I'm a bachelor, I live with my son. We work at the weaver's trade. And every single time that I look into his eyes, he reminds me of that fair young maid. He reminds me in the winter time and of the summer too, and the many, many times I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy.
Poor old Dutton, is it? I didn't even talk to him.
Well, if you don't look, you'll get jumped on.
Hardly his fault. He didn't even take off to be jumped on.
The rest of us got off.
I bagged his book.
Ah, that's one of the few privileges of being CO of this squadron. The book is now mine.
I didn't realize we had a coterie of leversites.
What?
Let it pass, Moggy. Let it pass. Anything else?
Well, we were vastly outnumbered. The whole thing was a bit hairy. 3 Spitfires damaged. Bloody mess. These chaps need a good rest.
Anything else?
We did an awful lot of regrouping.
Corporal, I need you. Take me to the sick bay.
Yes, sir.
Painful, sir?
Of course it bloody is. What's the score, Doctor?
Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, about 20 small wounds, which means 20 bits of rubbish to be got out.
Well, then we better get weaving.
That's a nasty sight, Rex. Well, I was thinking of cadging lunch. The only decent officer's mess in miles.
Well, so we could have offered you a feast, but I fear it's only chilled vichyssoise, venison. Oh, and the chef has mastered the art of treacle tart.
I need him on the couch, face down.
What happened?
Well, frankly, they caught us on the hop. Damn wedding. When we finally engaged, they regrouped. They got 1 or 2 of our chaps, including Marriott, the engineering officer. The new pilot. Brought it rather prematurely. I trust you're going to send us some experienced men, sir.
We're losing aircraft at a rate of knots. The attack on Maastricht lost us 35 shot down, 30-odd damaged. 70 planes out of action in 3 days.
Some of these bits may not want to come out. You're going to need an anesthetic.
Bugger I am! Didn't you hear the Air Commodore? I may have to fly again today.
You're in no condition to fly anywhere.
I'll be the judge of that.
It's going to be painful.
Winkle the bastards out.
You all right?
Of course I'm all right.
Look, Rex, you've done 1 show today. Let somebody else lead the next one.
It's my squadron.
But you're very weak.
Yes, you're the doctor. I know I'm weak. Why don't you give me some of that magical elixir, eh? Look, you don't want the whole of the sick bay filled up with cripples, do you? I thought the whole point of ministering to the lame and wounded was to get them better so they could get back into their aircraft and fight the enemy. Is that right?
Yes, but in my considered opinion...
Butter your opinion! Just pull your finger out.
Well?
Exhaustion, loss of blood, pain.
Will he be fit to fly?
He isn't fit to breathe.
Honestly, I don't know why they want all this stuff.
Have you told your parents?
Oh, well, they know I'm married. When she actually appears on Henley-on-Thames, it may be a different matter. Father thinks French girls are all right, but you're not supposed to marry them.
Marry who?
Oh, nothing, darling. You going to take that plant?
Yes, I am. Marie, ready. take care of the cottage.
Who?
The Germans.
Darling, the Germans are not going to occupy this village.
Of course they will. I feel like a deserter.
Well, you're not a soldier or Joan of Arc.
And what am I supposed to be? Nicola van Leon Thames?
You just get to Paris and the British Embassy will arrange everything.
Flash, I love you.
Steady on, old girl.
Old girl.
Now, just remember when you get to Paris, you're both married women.
Take care.
He's off his bloody rocker.
I'd rather have Riley leading the squadron.
If I have to bail out again, I'll shoot the bastard.
What are you talking about?
The Mad Major. To you, that's the CO. I wouldn't worry about it. It's just that Squadron Leader Rex does manage to get us into rather impossible situations, and then we all bail out. It's such good fun.
He's got the DFC.
Ah, that's the problem. He wants another one. Posthumously. If Rex does ask you to follow him, look the other way. Great Western Railway? Aye, sir. It's for you. It's your grandfather.
Go on, chaps, we're on.
Right, let's get at him. Tight, tight, tight. That's particularly true for you, Lloyd. No dawdling. I like a tight formation. When you see me move, follow me like grease lightning.
Yes, sir.
You'll get the idea, old chap.
How's the wound?
Absolutely first class. I'm a quick healer. Rex is a survivor's doers. Happy hunting, Moggy.
Christ, don't wait for us.
Tighter than a choir boy's bum.
I followed on with the old cockle in it. I dillied and dallied and I dillied. Lost my way, I don't know where to roam.
You can't trust a special like your old-time copper when you can't find your way home.
An early aperitif, Uncle. Did you see him? High as a kite. Doped up with something or other. What's he trying to do?
His duty, or courting glory, dreaming of his destiny. I have a rendezvous with death. Perhaps I'll have a little snifter as well. We seem to be losing the war.
Rendezvous with death. Got shrapnel in his bottom.
It's all incredibly romantic, leading a fighter squadron, don't you think?
Romantic? He's not a bloody ballet dancer, you know.
Nijinsky leapt out of his window. I suppose that was a hero's death.
He was bonkers.
Yes, like Rex. Do you think he's doing it for England?
Well, what's wrong with that?
It's too abstract, old man. The hero wants to prove himself. And what better proof than dying? Nothing to do with England.
Chaps don't think like that.
Is the bar open?
No.
I just thought...
You were wrong, Pip. One of the few perks of being adjutant is that I have the key to the bar. It is not open to you. How's the shoulder?
It's on the mend.
Have you tried it?
How do you mean?
Getting your ass into a Spitfire.
It's bloody painful. I mean, I'm going to try. Well, maybe I'll get a cup of tea somewhere.
Why not?
Bandits below. Heitl's at 10 o'clock. We're gonna spike the awful Fritz.
Blue leader to red leader. There's too many of them.
You're a simple-minded Antipodean colonial. Bring me my bow, burning gold. Bring me my outlaws of desire. Let's go!
Fly ahead.
Jesus Christ, he's crazy.
I suppose there's no doubt about Rex?
None.
I could easily organize a search.
He blew up, for Christ's sake, into smithereens.
Oh. And Lloyd?
109 got on his tail, that was that.
Never even used his guns.
Rex was bloody bonkers. Singing and laughing. You saw him. Whatever the doc gave him, I'd like some of it.
Did that contribute to his death?
Yes.
No.
Which was it?
Does it matter?
I have to write my report.
Nasty little scrap. Rex was killed. That's your report. I mean, he isn't going to come back, is he?
As usual, Moggy. Concise and perhaps a little cruel. I suppose I'll have to get on the phone and report the sad news.
What's the problem?
We really should have followed him.
You're the guy who said fly ahead.
Yes, you did. Don't get all shirty with us. He killed himself. It was a flying disaster.
Yeah?
Now, what do you want me to do?
Well, I just wanted to put you in the picture, sir.
4 pilots disobeyed an order, is that it?
No.
You're not supposed to do that, you know. You're going to question every order?
No, sir.
That way leads to anarchy, you know.
I know that, sir.
No question of cowardice?
No.
You know, there were a few incidents in the Great War when men shot their officers.
We didn't kill him, sir.
Well, he's dead. No question about it. Thing is he going to come wandering back here seeking vengeance or something?
No, sir, definitely not.
Well, that makes you acting CO, Barton. I don't want an inquiry, do you? course not. The CO bought it. Well, it happens all the time. We went to raid the Sudan bridgehead yesterday. 71 battles and Blenims, and do you know how many came back? 31. 40 crews, blend pieces. We've lost the best part of our whole air striking force in an hour and a bit. There isn't going to be an inquiry about that, and I certainly don't want one about Rex either. Forget him. That's my advice. We'll give him a posthumous gong and he'll be forgotten in a month. Didn't somebody say that war's a nasty business? Quite good for promotion, though. How many aircraft have you got?
4, sir.
Jerry's giving us a hammering. The French, as usual, don't help. Try and keep them together.
Will we get some replacements, sir?
No.
We should take the children. Well, we can't. What will happen to them? I don't know. They'll be safe somewhere. We can't. They can't go to England, Nicole. We're very lucky, you know. And my parents? They want you to go to England. You can't help them here. You must start a new life and help Flash and the baby. Of course I know. I just love France, that's all. Blasted.
Attention les enfants! Nicole!
Are we going to have a bonfire?
Why not? I've got a feeling that the Germans are going to come through here like a dose of salts any minute.
You're a defeatist, Uncle. Did you know Rex paid the kitchen staff?
Now, how else do we get our venison, jugged hare, partridge? You don't get that from RAF rations.
You're getting stew tonight.
I don't care. I don't usually say this, but I fancy a good piss-up. I'd like to get paralytic, drunk as a skunk. Those are his next of kin.
Oh, haven't we got a standard letter?
I thought a personal letter might. Oh, sod it. Everybody else gets the same letter, so why not? Mrs. Lloyd and Mrs. Dutton, Mrs. Trevelyan and old Miller's mum. Yes, it's the Colonel's lady and Judy O'Grady, and Squadron Leader Rex's mum gets the same tidings of sorrow. So do you want to get pissed?
Will it help, do you think?
Of course it bloody helps. We need a boost. They need a boost. They're looking for you to lead them out of this mess. I've seen the symptoms of breakdown of morale before. You've seen Pip Patterson? He isn't injured. Something wrong with his shoulder. He's terrified of getting into an aeroplane. Blue funk, that's what he's got, and it can spread. They've lost a leader, and they're waiting for a captain's innings to win the match. Otherwise, you're going to spoil the war for everybody.
messieurs?
Table for 9, please.
Alors, je regrette, monsieur, mais le restaurant est plein ce soir.
That's the one, I think.
Je suis désolé, cette table est réservée pour le général Delacroix.
General who?
Le général Delacroix.
Oh, this is General Delacroix. Don't you recognize the medal ribbons? He's the only general in the Royal Air Force.
C'est un grand honneur, mon général.
Enchanté.
And this is Field Marshal Skull Skelton, and that's his Batman, Private Stickwell, VD and Scar. And he was a runner-up at Crufts last year.
Mon général.
Merci.
I think we need 4 bottles of champagne and as many bottles of your excellent red wine as you can carry.
Bonsoir, mon général.
Bonsoir.
Nous avons un petit problème, c'est les messieurs de la RAF, notre table.
Gentlemen, please be upstanding. I propose a toast. À l'armée de la France.
L'armée de la France.
I toast l'entente cordiale. And the hero of France, General Delacroix.
General Delacroix.
Bravo, mon général.
Frère Jacques, frère Jacques, frère Jacques, frère Jacques, sole Jacques, sole Jacques, sole mattina, sole mattina, sole Jacques, sole Jacques, on est pas, on est pas, sole mattina, sole
Have you seen this?
Hitler hasn't got the money to invade this country.
Well. This is Rex's checkbook.
He'd like this. Picking up the bill for his last supper.
Yes, you would.
As acting CO, would you do the honors?
Oh, little angel eyes, oh, her eyes were brown and her tits hung down. Lad stockings and an old blue gown, and she dreamed, we're told, of a land of gold. Oh, little angel eyes. Then one day her prince came a-riding, and he stopped right by her side. Very soon he was bestriding, she had her legs open wide.
Oh dear, I come.
Monsieur, you're not Lord Rex. He wasn't a lord. But you're right, I'm not Rex.
And this is also from an English bank.
Yes.
Oh, he's sitting on the village green as the boys
Well, let's you and I have a little talk.
her eyes were brown and her tits hung down.
Rex is dead. Rex est mort. Contre le Boche, compris? Today. What the hell's the French for today?
Today is aujourd'hui.
That's right, aujourd'hui. Well, that's what happened to Rex, aujourd'hui. And it was also aujourd'hui that Lloyd and Dutton were killed too. And before them, Trevelyan, and before him, Miller. Quadrupilo, more. In fact, very more. Get it?
I see.
Well, do you? Because then there's the problem of tomorrow, and you don't have to tell me tomorrow. Tomorrow is the man. And I don't really really care about demand because aujourd'hui was demand for Rex and Dutton and Lloyd only yesterday, if you see what I mean.
My little problem is about this.
Yeah, it is a problem. But I'll tell you what, Henri, isn't it Henri?
Henri.
That's right, Henri. I mean, let's be reasonable. You give the check back to me, and we'll forget all about it.
Or, monsieur?
Or I'll knock your fucking head off. That seem like a fair deal?
Whatever I give back to you, monsieur, I shall remain in your debt.
Thanks, Henri.
After the war.
What a pretty scene on the village green, where the prince was wed to young Doreen. Now his head princess, she's a bloody mess. Poor little angel eyes, poor little angel eyes.
Sorry, daft dog.